Well, the piece starts with, this is called a water phone, and this is not something we made, this is something that you can buy. And the original ones were made by this guy, Richard Waters, so I'm not sure if it was called a water phone because of his last name or because you put water in them. And it's pretty much just like two, what would you call them, like stirring bowls, like aluminum or metal bowls that have been welded together, and then these rods on it. And what you do is you can put a little bit of water inside, and you play with a bow. So. And because of the density of the water, it kind of changes the timbre of the... So the piece kind of starts with these bowls, these water phones that are going throughout the audience. There's three people playing them. And it's very abstract, and then from that, the orchestra comes in and kind of creates similar sounds to this. The two ways that we're usually dealing with any of the water instruments is playing the actual water itself. These will all be amplified, so there's like very, very subtle sounds, like even just dripping sounds that, you know, through the speakers you really hear, like it's quite present. And again, that would be very abstract, but then there's different ways of padding or flicking, letting a little bit of air through, playing bubbles with your fingers, and there's just different ways, then different implements. This is called the water bubble maker. And we also can use these cups, and I always think of it as like almost like a drum set, like a bass sound with the open side and then a snare sound, so you have like a little more bass. So then you can play with those like that. This is a regular like peaking opera gong. So that you can manipulate anything that resonates in the water to get different pitches. This one here, these are, what was he calling these? The water tube drum. And it's just almost like a PVC pipe. And we're using flip-flops for the paddles, for the mouths. So again, dipping into the water, you so I can play melodies with this instrument. And oh yeah, then there's also these bowls, and this is, I think in Southeast Asia or maybe also in Africa they would use gourds and had the same idea, and then put them over in the river. And what happens is you create an air pocket when you turn them upside down, so it creates a resonating chamber. So they really don't have any real sound. As soon as you put it over the water. So we have a bunch of these. These are just painted so they might sink a little. And there's different sizes. That's just another sound that happens within the piece. There's a bunch of these. So all of a sudden it's almost like tom-toms are created. Yeah, that was a sound just a few years ago. I was like, oh, I'm gonna add that to my, almost like a DJ scratching thing, so I could play and bring out like even like those, anything associated. And a lot of times people have heard the piece, they'll like go home